Hi, welcome to Old English Outfitters YouTube channel. I'm Alan. And today we are going to take a look at the Kimber Evo 9mm semi-automatic subcompact pistol. Pretty neat little gun. Kimber has made these things for a fairly short period of time, but they seem to be doing quite well. We have a few of them here. This particular one they call the two-tone. For obvious reasons, it's a two-tone. As you all know, the small semi-automatic pistols like this, single stacks, and in cases like Sig's pistol, the double stack magazine guns that are about this size range are hugely popular for concealed carry. Most of those pistols that are out there these days are polymer framed. Now that's nice because it keeps the pistol nice and light, makes it easy to carry. And they're easy to shoot too. They're good, comfortable guns to shoot. However, some people don't like polymer frames. Some people like metal frames. So if you like a metal frame gun, this is a good one. It's an alloy lower and then a stainless steel slide. So it's got a metal frame. Now the upshot of that is when it comes to handling it and shooting it, it's a little heavier. This thing runs about 19 ounces empty. So when you pick one up, you notice it's got a good substantial feel to it. It's about the same size as, if you're familiar with the Kimber Micro series, the Micro 9s, it's about the same length and height as a Micro 9. But where the Micro 9 is a single action 1911 type pistol, this is a striker fired gun. Some of you may remember the Kimber Solo, which was a striker fired gun that Kimber came out with a few years ago. Very small, little snappy to shoot, typically pretty accurate, but kind of known to be a little ammo finicky. The Solo has in fact since been discontinued by Kimber, and as a striker fired gun they've replaced it with this. So pretty good replacement, I think, from what we've seen here today. So this particular one's the two-tone. Now they make these in the different configurations they do. The CDPs and the upscale guns that are all black have G10 grips, things like that. So they make these a couple of different ways. This was the one we shot today. This gun comes, this particular package, not all the packages do, but this particular package comes standard with two 7-round magazines. And by the way, these magazines were pretty easy to load. We didn't have any real issue loading them. We shot both 115 grain and 124 grain ammunition out of them. Comfortable. Good reliability out of both magazines. The gun comes, of course, with a manual, so you can read all about it. Tells all about it, how to shoot it, load it, disassemble it, maintain it, everything. Kimber always gives you a nice little soft case with these things. Got an internal spot for a spare magazine. And this particular thing comes with something else. It comes with this, which is a replacement for this backstrap piece that's on the gun right there. So it comes with this in the package with the gun. It also comes with two more grips, a small and a large to go with this medium grip. So what we're talking about there is thickness on the grip. If you put the others on, you're going to either decrease or increase the thickness of the grip panels themselves. This piece comes off by taking the Allen head screw out of the bottom. It slides down, and then you can take it completely off, replace it. These panels pop off once you've got this off. So pretty straightforward. It's nice that they give you all that stuff. I looked at one of the other package guns that we have, and it doesn't have all this with it, but those are accessories you can get from Kimber. But the other one has the G10 grips too, which are a little bit different. Disassembly of this gun's pretty straightforward. It's not unlike a lot of 19. It's not unlike really a Micro 9. You pull the slide back to the disassembly notch, and you push on the slide stop from the back side of the gun from right there, and that pushes that out. You just take it out, pull the slide off. When you put it back on, you put the slide and the barrel assembly back on, you put this back in. So it's pretty straightforward. But we're going to talk a little bit about shooting impressions on this gun, because that's where really the rubber meets the road on these things, right? Are they shootable or are they not shootable? This thing has standard 3-dot sights. They are night sights, so it's a nice touch. We got front and rear cocking serrations. I used them both today, just playing around with it. They both work equally well. The front serrations are a little bit shorter length than the back ones. Not a big deal. Good purchase on them either way. Like we were talking, this is a stainless slide with their hard coat over it, and then the alloy lower. But it's got a good robust feel to it. I mentioned it's 19 ounces empty. Not sure what it is fully loaded, but very comfortable to shoot. Very comfortable. Recoil was very manageable, I thought. Wasn't bad at all. Again, we shot both 124 and 115 grain bullets out of it. We just shot some ball ammunition, is what we had. Because as you know, when we do these things, we don't shoot tons of rounds through them, but we shoot a little bit to get a good impression. Very accurate. Sights were well regulated at normal distance of about 21 feet. Very comfortable. Reset on the trigger is very short. When you pull the trigger and you're ready to reset, the reset is right there. So it's not too terribly long. Don't have to come all the way back out. It's not as short, maybe, as some things are. It's kind of in between, but it handled really well. You could fire repeat shots pretty easily with it. Sight picture, very good. This has the normal internal safety features, by the way, that most striker-fired guns have, including the trigger safety to prevent the trigger from moving under its own momentum if the gun was dropped or something of that nature. Did we have any issues with it? Well, we had a couple little things. Both of us, both the cameraman and I, shot this, and we discovered that not always does the slide lock open. Now, lots of times, and I've experienced this before too, when you're holding the gun in a shooting position, you'll engage that slide stop and you'll catch it in such a way that you hold it down. You prevent it from coming up when the slide cycles. That could have very well been the case. We also had a couple that we're pretty sure we weren't doing that, and it still didn't quite lock open. What does that mean? Well, it's a pretty new gun. We didn't put a lot of rounds through it, so it probably needs broken in some so that we're getting, good full travel on the slide. Did we have any malfunctions beyond that? No, none. Ate both types of ammunition perfectly. Is that a big deal? Well, it depends on your how you look at it. It's supposed to lock open and probably will once it's broken in really well. And your hand position is correct. Again, like I said, most of the time when that happens, it's because you're catching that slide stop some way that maybe you're not aware of with your support hand or maybe your shooting hand. Not really too concerned about that though. If it closes and you pull the trigger and it goes click, you're gonna do a malfunction drill anyway, right? You're gonna clear the gun and reload it and get ready to shoot again. The whole purpose behind the slide lock and open is to let you know that it's empty and clear it open so that it makes it a little bit faster to reload it under speed. So not really too worried about that. Bigger problems with guns are things like stovepipe malfunctions or feedway stoppages, that kind of thing. We didn't see any of that with this. This thing was smooth as all get out from round one to the last round we fired. Worked really well. I mentioned that it's comfortable to shoot, and I mentioned that it's accurate. I'm going to go back to it's comfortable to shoot. Some really small 9mm, especially if they start to get really lightweight, can be a little snappy. This one's not. Yeah, I thought it was really nice, really good, especially for a single stack magazine configuration. Nice pistol. One other thing that's worth mentioning about this too is the magazine catch, the magazine release is reversible. You can actually swap it to the other side if you are a righty or a lefty. So you can set it up however you want. Now, sometimes magazine releases with small guns, you'll find yourself pushing on the magazine release. No issues here with this at all. It's elongated nice. It's good. It's got a good purchase to it. It's recessed just enough that you're not on it. It's also got just enough spring pressure that it's not really, you're not going to just bump it by accident probably. The magazines do drop free out of it when you kick them loose. Small pistols like this, when you got magazines like this that have a little piece like this on it, sometimes that'll catch the heel of your hand. I saw that once when I was shooting it. That's a technique issue. That's not a gun issue. This is something you got to work on. Nice gun. How much is it? Well, it's a Kimber, okay? It's all metal, and it's got night sights. It's got some upscale features, so it's not cheap. We sell these for about $760. However, Kimber right now is running a promotion where they'll send you $100 back on the gun. Basically, they're just sending you $100. So a $100 rebate on a gun like this is a pretty good deal. If you like a metal frame gun over a polymer frame gun and you need a small, easily shootable concealed carry pistol that has the normal types of magazine capacities guns in this size have, this is not a bad choice at all. I was really impressed with how well it shot and how well it handled. So it's worth taking a look at. We've got them in stock. We've got one of the other Kimber styles of this particular model in stock too. So if you want to come down and take a look at them, please feel free. That's about it for this little snapshot review of this gun. I like it. I think it's kind of nice. So I encourage you to come take a look, see what you think. So once again, for Old English Outfitters YouTube channel, I'm Alan. If you like this, please let us know. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. So check us out, see what you think. Until next time, thanks for watching.